The way I believe that we affect change in ALDOT for the future is threefold. First of all, no one likes change. People don't like to change where they live. They don't like to change the store they go to. They don't even like when you go in Walmart and they change the things in Walmart. They just don't like change. So, but change is necessary for progression. I asked someone a couple of years ago that, and when we was talking about putting in a new computer system, we were talking about putting in cell phones, and we were talking about passing out other elements for change to help an organization. And he said, well, I don't like change. I don't like these new programs. I don't like Microsoft 10, 8, or 7. So I asked him, I said, well, do you have an 8-track tape in your car? They said, I don't know what 8-track is. I said, right. Do you have a phone at home with a card on it? They said, no, I wouldn't do that. So change is about making things better. But you first have to make it real and relevant to people while we're changing. And the only way to, which is the second fold of change, the only way to make change effective is, again, going back to the first thing we talked about, communicating with people. Go back and say, listen, we want to make changes, but instead of making the changes without getting input from everyone, and I know time is a factor, or we can't vote on everything and talk about everything, but if you get input from individuals, then they become stakeholders. When they become stakeholders and they join in with this, now they are a supporter of the change versus trying to make a change and push them. So the second thing is making those individuals stakeholders. The third component to effective change in ALDOT is looking and checking with other states. I mean, we're the Alabama Department of Transportation, but what is Florida Department of Transportation doing? What is Georgia doing? What is South Carolina doing? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We may not have all the answers, but then there's other states who may say, well, let me go check with Alabama Department of Transportation. They may have a better way of doing this. We have 50 states. Look at 50 states and find the best method that they're utilizing and bring it all in and put it within ALDOT. But we got to tell the people why we're doing this. And then you got to have statistics. You got to have statistics to show people. If you just tell them we're going to do this because Georgia's doing it, what are statistics? What's our goals for change? When we change, we got to have goals and objectives, and we got to show those that we're achieving and obtaining those goals and objectives on a monthly, weekly, annually, biannually rate. We got to show people, which ties into communication, which ties into leadership, which ties into mentorship.